Hello aspirants, and welcome to today's absolutely critical explainer. I am joined by my esteemed colleague to decode the IMD's latest monsoon downgrade and exactly what it means for your UPSC preparation.
Thank you, ma'am. As we all know, the monsoon is literally the lifeblood of the Indian economy. That makes this a high-weightage topic for both your prelims and mains. So let's dive right in.
Our agenda for today is straightforward. We'll cover the IMD monsoon forecast downgrade, the GS1 intraseasonal wildcards, the GS3 agricultural macro impacts, and finish up with your mains and interview strategy.
Starting with Section 1, let's look at the IMD's monsoon forecast downgrade.
Okay, so the IMD has unfortunately pushed the expected Kerala onset date from May 26th to the first week of June. Because of this, the rains are visibly delayed in reaching the coast, like here in Thiruvananthapuram.
Faculty, aspirants, you really need to note this data point down. The forecast for the long period average, or the LPA, has been officially downgraded. It went from April's fairly optimistic 92% projection straight down to 90%.
And what is highly crucial for your prelims databank is this specific probability. The IMD is now pegging the chance of a formerly deficient monsoon at a very concerning 60%.
Now, despite that downgrade, the system is still advancing. As IMD Director General Mrityunjay Mahapatra points out, it's hardly 100 kilometers away from the Kerala coast. Interestingly, though, the last time we saw an onset error of this scale was back in 2015.
Adding to that perspective, Dr. D.S. Pai highlights a mechanical issue. You see, while the system reached the Andaman Sea early, the crucial winds have simply not strengthened enough to push all that moisture inland.
Moving on to Section 2, let's unpack those GS1 intraseasonal wildcards.
The primary culprit holding things back is a massive 92% chance of El Niño conditions. For veteran aspirants, this should instantly remind you of those back-to-back deficient years we experienced in 2014 and 2015.
Exactly. And for your geography answers, you absolutely must cite the missing mitigating factors. Usually a positive Indian Ocean Dipole acts as a wild card to lift rainfall, but right now it's completely absent. It just cannot rescue this season.
Furthermore, we are also missing a favorable swing in the Madden-Julian Oscillation. Without this eastward-moving pulse, our total seasonal rainfall remains highly vulnerable to that El Niño effect.
Let's shift our focus now to Section 3, analyzing the GS3 agricultural macro impacts. Aspirants, please mark this lexicon difference for your mains answers. It's a classic trap. The IMD, being a scientific body, issues deficiency warnings. The Agriculture Ministry, however, declares a drought. Make sure you use these terms precisely based on which paper you are attempting.
Looking at the spatial breakdown, only the northeast expects normal rain. The northwest, central India, and the southern peninsula are all expected to fall short. That puts our monsoon core zone, which is the absolute heart of our rain-fed farming, at severe risk.
Finally, Section 4. Let's talk about your mains and interview strategy.
Your preparation strategy here needs to be clearly bifurcated. When you're tackling GS1, focus heavily on the mechanics. Explain El Niño, the IOD, and the MJO. But for GS3, shift your lens entirely to analyzing agricultural distress, food inflation, and those crucial supply chain bottlenecks.
We will leave you with this crucial interview question to ponder. How does a 90% LPA forecast and a 60% probability of a deficient monsoon alter India's agricultural policy imperatives for 2026? You really need to think critically about irrigation management and crop diversification here.
Absolutely, ma'am. Always focus on both the structural problem and the actionable policy solutions in your answers. Thank you for joining us for this explainer, aspirants. Keep studying hard and we'll see you in the next one.